Who has more at stake versus the Bucs? Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott.
So I think very simply, Dak Prescott. We've all been waiting for this moment. If you have not been following football over the course of the summer, over the course of the spring, the time is now. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, highest paid player this season, $75 million, making more money this year than the likes of the Cowboys roster in 92, 95, back when they were actually winning championships, making more money than Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Larry Allen, combined in this one season.
Go
so
football.
We are waiting, Dak Prescott, to see what you got. He has so much at stake, Sel, externally and internally. Internally, what does Dak Prescott have at stake? You do not get a second chance at a first impression.
You don't?
I live by that. You don't ever get a second chance at a first impression. So Dak Prescott is wondering, America, he's wondering, okay, ankle, can you hold up? I haven't had to test you in live bullets. I fractured you 333 days ago. So can you hold up? Can you evade the rush of Jason Pierre-Paul? Can you evade the rush of Devin White? Can you evade the pressure of Shaq Barrett? That's what he's wondering internally. Internally, Dak Prescott is wondering, okay, shoulder, can you go the distance against the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady? Okay, shoulder, can you throw 40 to 50 passes if we need you to? Dak Prescott is also wondering internally, was I worth it?
Oh, he's wondering that? When? At the bank?
Shady came on the show. LaShawn McCoy, the man known as Shady, he came on the show. And y'all had a dialogue.
Fringe Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame adjacent. Y'all came on the show. He came on the show. Y'all dialogued. I joined the conversation, but it was really a conversation amongst former NFL stars. And he said, when the Buffalo Bills made me the highest paid running back of all time, they gave him $16 million one season. He was wondering, like, okay, I got to prove to myself and prove to everybody else, am I worth it?
Yeah, that's real.
Dak Prescott internally is having those same conversations. Of course, we talk a big game with all the bravado in the world. Yeah, I'm worth it. Y'all know me even. Yeah, I should be one of the best analysts in the game. I am deserving of all of it. But you still got to go check the ratings. You still got to make sure that you were worth what they're paying you. Dak Prescott has a lot at stake internally. Externally, Sel, people wondering the same questions. People are asking, man, Dak Prescott, $75 million we paying you? People are asking themselves, okay, Dak Prescott, are you still that same pre-injury Dak Prescott? So what is at stake? His internal confidence is at stake because if that gets shot this game, you will see the repercussions of it. The reason I am not a fan of starting rookie quarterbacks is because 1 ounce of damage they take early on can end up being a pound of repercussions during the course of the season. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. So Dak Prescott could take an ounce of a shot, an ounce of damage to his confidence, and it may have a pound of repercussion. That is all at stake for Dak Prescott this game, Thursday night, game 1.
Okay, strong take. Wrong side, but strong take. You know it's Mike McCarthy. Dak Prescott and that money that he's doubting that he earned still hit a hard reset. Shady and I had a difference of opinion in terms of what are you feeling and what are you dealing with after you get paid. Yeah, you're feeling like, man, the pressure was to get paid. Now the pressure is to show everyone I deserved to get paid. But the reality is, no matter what you do that year, you got a mulligan. Be real. When you get drafted in the first round, like getting paid, when you get big bucks, major investment in you, you get a mulligan. I played with some first rounders that didn't do so well in their first year in the NFL, and no one cared. All they wanted to see was signs, flashes of greatness. And you know with Dak Prescott, whether it's this week against the Bucs or going forward, you're going to see flashes of greatness. But with Mike McCarthy, where are those flashes of greatness? Few and far between of late. Now, we're talking of only one of 9 active head coaches that have a Super Bowl ring. Let me see your fingers, super single. No rings, huh? I at least got one. At least I'm committed to something. You know what I mean? And you look at Mike McCarthy, he was committed to winning at one time. They won a Super Bowl in his 3rd year with Aaron Rodgers. That said, look at his record of late. Let's talk about a Green Bay team that went 13-18-1 with that same Super Bowl winning coach his last couple of years. Let's talk about how now Green Bay are 28-8 since he left. Oh, my God. And let's look at the job of the coach, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Immediately it looks like a job of damaged goods. The coaching carousel that we always talk about, even from the great coaches, a Jimmy Johnson, a Bill Parcells, a Wade Phillips, you get down to a Jason Garrett, all you see at that position is reputation bias. You see damaged goods by that title. Why? Because if you're really a good coach and you got a strong will, you won't be there for long. And if you're not, you're just a lapdog for Jerry Jones. What a bad place to be in terms of assignment and title as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And this question actually is intertwined in its answer because Mike McCarthy suffered last year in year one because of Dak Prescott's absence. What was their record last year? 6 wins. Oh, did they win a division? No. 6-win team don't win a division without your star quarterback. We want to give you a mulligan, but the problem is your reputation precedes you, Mike McCarthy. When you were in Green Bay, you were losing the last couple of years. Now you bring that losing over to Dallas. Oh, Mike McCarthy knows he can't hit the hard reset like Dak. Dak just got paid. Mike McCarthy, if you don't win this year, you're on the clock, bro.
Okay. I like that take as well. Well, let me first preface with this, Sel. Just because an individual has a ring does not mean that it means a thing. And you know this.
What you trying to say? I ain't committed? Shout out to the Brightly all weekend.
Rings can be deceiving, and Mike McCarthy's is. Because it is very meaningless.
You sound like a hater right now.
All I'm saying is this: Mike McCarthy has 4 consecutive losing seasons. I just sound like a truth teller. If a truth teller makes me a hater, then I'm going to have to be a hater, Marcellus Wiley. But I'm a truth teller.
A hater.
What's biggest thing that's at stake is this. Wow. Cowboys fans, y'all know this, Sel. You told me this. If Dak Prescott would not have gotten hurt last year, many Cowboys fans believe the Cowboys would have won playoff games. For some reason, we have it in our head. If Dak Prescott wouldn't have gotten hurt, the Cowboys would have gone 12-4, maybe 13-3, as though they hadn't lost 3 games with Dak Prescott at the helm. But we have convinced ourselves that if Dak Prescott was healthy, the Cowboys would have fared much differently. Well, now, Dak Prescott is healthy.
Okay.
Well, now the Cowboys are facing the Super Bowl champions, the greatest litmus tests of all litmus tests. Super Bowl champs are coming back. Cowboys, you're seeing them week 1, and they're returning all their players.
Yeah.
So they are still at the same Super Bowl caliber. It's one thing to be the Super Bowl champ and their star quarterback retires, the running backs retire, etc. The Bucs are coming back as good as they left. So Cowboys will know just how good they are on Thursday. So with that being said, Dak, what you have at stake is this perception. Because there was a huge perception that if Dak wouldn't have been hurt, the Cowboys would have fared much better.
I'm with you.
Well,
now.
Dak, you're not hurt now.
You ain't hurt.
Dak, you facing the Super Bowl champs. Dak, you're good, and so is everybody else outside of Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, etc. But you know what I mean.
What do you mean you know what you mean?
6-time Pro Bowler. As I look at it, what is at stake is this perception that Dak Prescott was going to change the trajectory of the Cowboys. This perception that Dak Prescott was going to majorly elevate the Cowboys in the win-loss column. Because at this point, you're back, Dak. There ain't no more excuses. You're back. You got the money that you had been longing for. CeeDee Lamb is here. Amari Cooper is here. Michael Gallup is here. Leighton Vander Esch is healthy. Jalen Smith is supposed to be healthy. DeMarcus Lawrence is supposed to be healthy.
Let's go.
You're back. So it's time to show up.
You dropped a bottle of beer at what time? You know you done funked up, don't you? You know you done funked up, don't you? People will get that at home. Here's the thing. I know you are the king of hypotheticals, and I want to play a hypothetical with you. And please be real, sis. You can tell you're working on weekends, too, now, doing all that college football, because you come in here well-oiled, boy. You better calm down. Mondays, we're supposed to take our time, build it up. Here's the thing. Hypothetical, Mr. King. If they win, who are they going to praise? Dak. Yes. You know why? Because he was absent last year. And look at them against the Super Bowl champions. See, I told y'all, man, if Dak would have played last year, blah, 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 right? If they lose, who gets criticized? Dak. No. If they lose, here we go again. Dak's healthy. Dak played. Dak's back. And then, damn, this is all he gets to work with? This is the plays you're calling?
You're saying McCarthy.
I'm saying McCarthy.
Okay.
And you know why I'm saying McCarthy?
Why?
Because that's the answer. And because that's the truth. And the point being, you're answering the question. Who has more at stake against the Bucs? It's Mike McCarthy. Even if Dak shares in some of the criticism, he gonna get all the praise. Mike McCarthy ain't gonna get none of that praise. It's gonna be Dak is back.
True.
So that's the point. I always answer the questions. That takes me a lot of places. I don't have agendas. I don't have anything I'm a pander for. I just answer the question. The question is, if they win or if they lose, who would you rather be? I'd rather be Dak in both scenarios. I do not want to be Mike McCarthy, especially if they lose, because they're going to be looking at you like, this is what you doing? This is what you call it? Kellen Moore, afterthought. Dak Prescott, because of the injuries last year, afterthought. It's going to be all on Mike McCarthy because you was losing in Green Bay, you were taking naps, getting massages, and now you come to Dallas and you can't win.
I like that take, and that is incredibly strong. I do not even think that take is at all wrong.
All right, okay.
Now, I don't think that is the major reason to say Mike McCarthy has more at stake, but I do think everything you said there was right.
Okay.
My last final point for why Dak has more at stake is this. The training wheels and perception are off.
Yes.
Dak Prescott is no longer viewed as a fourth-round pick.
Hell no.
He's now viewed as the highest-paid quarterback this season and a top 3 highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. So, Dak Prescott, as for a fourth-round pick, you go 13-3. That's phenomenal. Fourth-round pick, you go 9-7. That's solid. You go 10-6. That's great. You go 8-8. It's good enough. But for a $75 million quarterback, you go 13-3. It's what we expect. You go 10-6. Come on now. You go 8-8. We're paying you too much. So what is at stake now is that treatment of Dak Prescott, the perception, the kindness, it's a wrap. And that's why you have to win this opener, because what he has at stake is the love. Call a spade a spade. Okay. Dak Prescott is maybe the most beloved Dallas athlete, obviously, since Dirk, right? Everybody knows Dirk Nowitzki has Nowitzki way. But, he is the most beloved Dallas athlete, not just because what he's done, but how he's done it.
Yeah, that's fact. Character.
How he's done it. The character of it all. Yeah, he's had to overcome the loss of a brother, the loss of a mother, in front of our eyes, mind you, the loss of a brother. He's had to overcome unnecessary scrutiny and criticism by so many. He broke his ankle, broke his leg on national television, a primetime game, carted off the field with tears in his eyes, all while being a lowly fourth-round pick from Mississippi State, not some sort of quarterback-producing school. Dak is beloved. But those pats on the back, they turn into stabs in the back very, very quickly. And the pats that Dak Prescott has gotten will turn into stabs very quickly if he does not produce. So what is at stake truly is the love for Dak Prescott, because I think his love all hinges not just on this opener, but in this season in totality.
Felt you pushed back on me with that take. That last one was pretty good. It got me a little bit right here, but I know how to do that. Right there. I just learned in life, bro, that it runs downhill. It runs downhill, right? So they're going to pass the buck on this in terms of accountability. Tell me which one of these ain't like the other. Jerry, Dak, and Mike McCarthy. If this goes wrong, you think Jerry going to sit there in full accountability? If this goes wrong, you think they're going to just look at their star quarterback, Dak, the most beloved player in Dallas since Dirk? Mike McCarthy, brother, just like the rest of them, just like Jason Garrett before you, just like Wade Phillips, just like Bill Parcells, just like everybody outside. Even Jimmy Johnson didn't even get his full respect. One of these is not like the other, and we know who has that at stake. Mike McCarthy.